everyone, welcome back to my channel. Yes, if you're a first time viewer, you are highly welcome. In fact, you're a VIP, you are highly welcome. Thank you for coming by my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, you guys know now. Thank you for always coming back. Thank you for your comments, your likes. Thank you for your engagement. I truly appreciate you all. So yes, today is World International Nurses Day. And the truth is that I planned to do this video last year. Oh, that's the truth. I didn't to do this video last year, but I don't even know what happened though. I think I had it in mind and I kept, postponing. And before you know it, the day was here and I hadn't shot the video. So I promised myself that I was going to do it, the next one. So yes, so in this video, there are some very, very special people I'm going to be appreciating, if you check my video or if you've watched some of my videos, I have series of videos where I shared some story, a story of what happened in the last two, three years. Yes. And in the process of being in the hospital and all that, I met a lot of wonderful nurses, as in you won't understand, the way these people took very great care of me when I was there. So I'm going to use this opportunity and this day to appreciate a lot of them. I must have said thank you one way or the other, but in fact I know I haven't truly appreciated you guys. So I'm going to be mentioning their names and saying a little bit about them, and you see their pictures. Yes. So I'll start with Nurse Hebziba. Yes. She was one of the first few nurses we met when we first got to the hospital. She was very friendly. She was, in fact, she was always there, asking me, are you sure you are okay? You are fine. In fact, the reason why I'm talking about her first, this lady, in fact, God used her in so many ways. As in, I cannot count how many times she practically saved my life. As in, the first time was when. The first time, can I even remember? Yes, I think the first time was the very first day I took chemotherapy. If you've not watched that video, go and watch it. How I almost died on my first time of taking chemotherapy. Go and watch the video. In fact, I'll put the link here so that you can see it. You just click on the link and watch the video. That day, I can remember vividly. The chemotherapy was fixed. And all of a sudden, I started feeling very strange. Yes, I started feeling very strange. I started feeling this, hotness inside my stomach. And I was wondering, what's wrong? I told my husband, though, I don't know, there's a way I'm feeling, no. Can you please go and call the nurses? And my husband was like, you have started, though. You have started, though. Maybe it's vomit that you want to vomit. I said, no, this is not vomit. There's a strange way I'm feeling. So he actually thought I was talking about vomiting. And he went into the restroom to get a bowl, and by the time he came out, the story I was told was that I had already collapsed, and blah 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 blah. And my husband was there watching them. At that point, in fact, it was at that point he went out, he rushed out, and he called the doctors and the nurses and everybody. Amongst everybody who came in there, it was Hebziba that was very fast. She just removed the whole chemotherapy and started trying to flush. She was trying to flush the whole thing out of my system, because it turned out that it seems like my body reacted badly to it. And in fact, as I was told, my organs were almost shutting down. I don't know. I had passed out. I was unconscious. So she was the one that, took charge immediately, trying to flush out the chemotherapy from my body. And, other people that were there started, hitting me, started calling me, all the paparazzi they were doing there. So that was the first time she actually saved me. Then the second time, I remember very well. One night, I woke up one night. I was feeling very cold. By the time I got up, I noticed I was bleeding terribly. As in, I was bleeding from that area. So at that point, I actually got up and I called my husband. And I was like, I don't know. I'm feeling very cold and I'm bleeding. In fact, there was a whole lot of blood, serious blood, even on the bed. It was like, it's already too late. Should we go and start disturbing the nurses by this time? That we should wait when it's morning. Silly me, I went back to my bed. I went back to my bed and I laid down and tried to sleep. I think I was even already sleeping when she walked in, and she was terrified at what she saw. You know, there was so much blood everywhere, and from what she said I was already turning cold because she felt my body, and my body was, you know, almost stone cold. So she went into action immediately, and she started giving me some injections to stop the bleeding. In fact, as a matter of fact, Hebziba brought a seat and sat beside my bed till when it was morning. She sat there. As in the next morning, she was like, "Ah, Juliet, you scared me. I thought you were going to die." So, in fact, if there's one person I truly appreciate that I met in that hospital, is Nurse Hebziba. Yes. So this is me saying thank you to you. I know you're going to watch this video. I know you're going to watch this video. So this is me saying thank you to me. Thank you for everything you did for me. Thank you for, you know, always being there. Thank you for being an instrument that God used when the devil, you know, wanted to come in and reap where he did not sow. So in no particular order now, I'll just be mentioning them, their names and putting up their pictures. So another person we met early when we came to the hospital was Santosh. We met Santosh. Santosh was very nice too. In fact, at a point, I think he was the only one that we could, you know, communicate with clearly, and he understood. In fact, forget about me. It was my husband they were communicating with, because because they said they couldn't hear anything I was saying, that I talk too fast, and I'm like, if you don't know what you are saying, even my husband talks faster than I talk. So he was the one that, you know, was always there, you know, joking with us, playing with us, you know, making us feel comfortable and all that. Another person I'm going to mention, his name is Sajish. Hey, in fact, this guy deserves an award. As in, if there's an award for the best nurse, Sajish is the one who I'm going to give it to. As in, he went all out. As in, when there is somebody go all out for somebody. As in fact, thank you is not even enough. Thank you is not enough to, you know, show my appreciation to this guy. This guy went all out for me. You know, so many circumstances, so many situations. And, you know, when I don't even know what to do, at the point where, you know, I get confused, he's just a phone call away. Once I call him like this, Sadish, within 5 minutes, he has gotten to wherever it is I am. You know, at a point, I had to be going to the hospital to take injection. And I was so weak, I couldn't. It's not something I could do, you know, going to the hospital every day after chemotherapy. You know, I just talked to him and he said, "No problem, Juliet, don't worry. I'll come to the hotel and I will help you with the injection." As in this guy is one in a million. You guys won't even understand. You know, if anytime my husband calls me and my call didn't go through or I didn't pick or something, the next person he's going to call is Sajish. And immediately he calls him, Sadish should start trying to reach me. And if he doesn't reach me, the next minute he's in my hotel to check up on me to be sure I'm fine. As in fact, I can't thank this guy enough. So I'm going to also put up his picture and you see him. Then Smita Gupta, very fine girl. As in, she likes dancing. She's always dancing on her status, and I enjoy watching her status updates. You know, she was very nice, very friendly. You know, she will always come to my room then, "Juliet, how are you? Are you good? Are you fine?" So the next person is Munesh. Yes, she was also very kind, very nice, you know. She's always like, "Juliet, sing for me. You like singing, sing for me. I like to hear your voice." This, that. You know, those girls are very, very wonderful people. So I'm just going to be mentioning all other people. You know, Jyoti. I met Jyoti in CMH. Yes, the hospital where I had my transplant. That's where I met Jyoti. You know, she was also very nice, very, very wonderful girl. Then Vijesh, yes, it's Vijesh. Okay, let me call you Joseph. I know your name is Joseph too. So Joseph and Suresh, they were both my nurses during my transplant. As in, those guys were wonderful, as in so wonderful. Like, you know, and I appreciated the fact that Joseph was or is a Christian. In fact, there were times that I was beginning to feel scared. You know, anytime I ask him, I talk to him, I just feel this relief that everything is fine. Suresh is a very, in fact, that guy is like the funniest guy I've ever met in my life. He's so funny. He's always making me laugh, like always trying to keep me happy. Like, Juliet, have you done your gargle? Go and do your gargle. If you don't do your gargle, I'll report you to Dr. Dube. You know, it was so funny. Juliet, get up, drink water. How many bottles of water have you drank today? Drink water. You must drink. In fact, he was always on my case, like, and all he was doing was to make sure, you know, everything went smoothly, to make sure that, you know, the whole process of the transplant goes smoothly and I come out successfully. He was always there, always there. You know, we just go, Juliet, wake up, you must eat. In fact, what I said in my last video that they were feeding me like every 2 hours, I wasn't exaggerating. Juliet, get up, come and eat. Eat, you must eat something. If you don't eat, you get stomach infection, you will die. So Vijesh and Suresh, I truly appreciate what you guys did for me during my transplant. I'm totally grateful. Then also there's Laxmi. I think I asked her what her name meant, and she said it meant, is it goddess or princess? I don't know, something like that. She was another wonderful person I met in SMH. Yes, you know, when I was in SMH, it got to a point, you know, probably because of the chemotherapy and all, you know, nobody could ever find my vein. Anytime I wanted to do a test or do something, in fact, it was always war. The only person in the whole of that hospital that could find my vein was Nurse Laxmi. When they try. In fact, it got to a point, anytime I get to the hospital and I want to run a test, if she's not there, I will just sit down and wait. I'll say, let's wait for Nurse Laxmi to come. Because I was tired of all the old chuku try and error. But if she tries once, she gets it. But at a point, I think there was a point she wasn't around. I think she got married and went for her wedding or something. So she wasn't around. She was on leave that period. Hey! I said I was in trouble. I was in trouble, but then I remember that Sajish was a pick line master. Yes, I call him pick line master. So then anytime I come, I just request for Sajish. Anytime they want to do anything, please go and call Sajish, because he was another person that could get my vein as on once. Yes, so another person I will appreciate is Anjali. Yes, Anjali, I'm totally grateful to her too. You know, she was always there. Juliet, how are you? Are you sure you're comfortable? Are you fine? Are you this? Are you that? And I appreciated the fact that she's also a Christian. Yes. Then Manju, Rahul, Pooja. I think I met Pooja in CMH. Yes. She was another wonderful person I met. And God, I can't remember all their names though. You know, these Indian names at times. These Indian names at times can be very, you know, confusing. But these are the ones I think I can remember. And if there's any other one I haven't mentioned that I remember, I will also put their picture and write a thing or two about them. Then also, aside these nurses, these beautiful, wonderful people, I also like to appreciate my doctors. Dr. Sami. In fact, Dr. Sami is the best doctor in the whole wide world. As in, he just made my stay in that hospital so comfortable. In fact, I didn't even feel sick with him. In fact, if there's anything I enjoyed, I liked his mode of treatment. He didn't only depend on the drugs and, you know, the treatment he was giving to me. His manner of approach, the way he talks to his patients, you know, the way he shows like he actually feels your pain, like he feels what you're going through. And in fact, he's also a very funny person. You know, Dr. Sami will come into the ward and he'll be like, Juliet, how are you? I'll greet him like, good morning. Dr. Sami will say, no, good evening. I'll be like, good evening. Which one is good evening? We are in the morning, you are saying good evening. So what he was actually trying to do, you know, there's something called chemo brain. You know, chemotherapy at times, from what they said, it goes into your brain and messes things up. Like you start having some kind of memory loss or something. So he was doing all those things to check. That was his own way of checking if I was developing chemo brain. If I was developing chemo brain, you know. But thankfully at that point in time, I didn't have chemo brain. It was later. I started experiencing some funny things that, you know, and I knew it was that chemo brain that was trying to, you know, come in. But I'm fine now. Then another doctor I will appreciate so much is Dr. Dube. That guy is so young, so fine. But in fact, he knows his onion, as in he's the best transplant doctor in India. Mark my words, he's the best, as in fact, as in. And you know, when I first met him, I'm like, who is this doctor that doesn't smile? He doesn't even smile, he doesn't even laugh. I told myself that before I leave this hospital, Dr. Dube, you will learn to laugh and smile. And truly I achieved my aim, because he started laughing and started smiling. Yes, I remember during that transplant, in fact, he did his best, as in he was someone that, even though he doesn't talk so much and he doesn't, you know, smile a lot, but he shows his own care in certain ways. Yes, you know, I remember that period when I don't even know what happened that period. I think I developed fever or something, and I wasn't supposed to get fever, and it looked like, you know, devil was trying to rear his ugly head. My husband kept calling him. He kept reassuring us that everything was fine. Don't worry, we are doing our best for her. This, that, don't worry. You know, he just kept reassuring everybody that everything was going to be fine. And here I am. The other doctor I'm going to appreciate is Dr. Aruna. Dr. Aruna was my radiotherapy doctor. Although she doesn't talk much, you know, she's just quiet, very quiet woman, you know, she's always smiling. She also did her best for me during the radiotherapy, yes. And then Dr. Mansi was like Dr. Sami's backup. She was always with Dr. Sami all the time, and you know, she was always there. She just did her best for me, sha. And then the other few people I would just take my time to call out and appreciate. Anurag. I know if I don't call Anurag's name, Anurag will come out. He would send me a message on WhatsApp that you did not call my name, you did not mention my name. That's the kind of pally I have with him. He was like, in fact, if there's any problem I had in India, the first person I would call was Anurag. In fact, sometimes we're always fighting like cats and dogs. It got to a point, like, this girl said, well, I've not seen somebody like you in my life. Then Ruchika was so helpful when we came in and throughout my stay. Ruchika was so nice, you know. She was always there. Anything I needed, once I call her like this, she takes care of it. So I also appreciate you know, those beautiful people at the reception. You know, what's her name? Miriam, Sweeta. I think it's Sweeta. Yes, Sweeta. Then also Sajish's wife. Sajish actually got married when I was in India. Yes, he got married when I was in India, and I got to meet his wife. I think I met her like 2 times or 3 times. She's also a nurse. So yes, I'm also going, although she doesn't work in the same hospital, but I'm also going to appreciate her. Yes. Even when a day before I left India, Sadish and his wife came to say their goodbyes. Yes. Until today, you know, we still chat, we still say hello once in a while, and you know. And who have I not mentioned? Yes, before I forget, Pankaj. These names are very hard to remember, but I always try my best to, you know, keep it there in my brain. Pankaj, I used to call him Lab Man when I was in India. Yes, you know, if I come for my test and after the samples are taken, I'll be like, I'm giving you 10 minutes. I want my results. And they all start laughing. Yes, I also put their pictures. You know, I have pictures I took with them, you know, while I was in the hospital and before I left and all that. Then yes, I also want to appreciate, you know, the nurses, some of the nurses here in my country too. You know, my younger sister is also an upcoming nurse. So for the wonderful nurses here also in Nigeria, I appreciate all you do for your patients. You know, it's not easy. Truly, it's not easy. Even though at times patients can be very annoying. You know, I remember one day what was even happening that day? I think they were trying to change the dressing for my PICC line, and they were trying to stitch it, because once they change the dressing, they'll sew it to my skin, kind of. I remember I used my leg to hit the head. I used it because I was trying to struggle, but I couldn't struggle with the hands they were working on. So I just used my leg to hit the head of the nurse that was trying to stitch. In fact, I can't forget that day. In fact, I did it too, and I did as if I don't know what I did. So I know that patients can be very annoying. It's not easy at all, and somehow you don't blame them, but Thank you all for all what you do. Thank you. Today is just a day to celebrate all of you. Even our thank yous, I know they are not enough. In fact, your rewards is in heaven with the teachers. Yes. So this is just a special video to appreciate you all. Appreciate you all for all what you do, and God will continue to bless you and bless you all for what you do. Yes. So if you're not yet a subscriber, kindly click the red subscribe button down below, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you get notified anytime I upload a new video. Yes. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop your comment in the comment section, and this is bye from me. Bye.